Hello there everyone, this is MarcBrightside, and welcome to Yume Nikki. This is an interesting game. It is, I suppose you could call it an RPG in the most literal sense of the term, but I'm not going to spend any more time on the intro. Let's just jump right into it, and we'll see how we go from there. Some of you may already have heard of this game, some of you might not, but good to share my experience with it. This is our lead character, Marutsuki, a young girl, probably only around 8 or 9. They never actually say her age in-game, but it's implied that she's young and she looks it anyway. And really, this is a game about dreaming. Some of these dreams could be nightmares, some of them could be funny, some of them could be just strange, but really, this is just a game about exploring. And as you can see, we're in the real world right now. There is really nothing that we can do here. Sitting in this desk allows you to save your game. If you try and leave her room through the front door, or the bedroom door rather, she will shake her head and say no. Going out into the landing, there is nothing to do. You can play a game on the console over there, but we're not going to be doing that just yet. So for now, there really isn't much else to do but go to sleep. And suddenly the game becomes a whole lot more interesting. You may notice some details in her room have changed now that we're asleep, but it's still a realistic looking place. It still looks like somewhere you could find in the real world. We can no longer save, but aside from that, this looks like a fairly normal bedroom still, even though we're asleep and dreaming. But let's see what's on TV. Yeah, that has a 1 in 4 chance of happening. Most of the time you'll turn the TV on in the dream world and you'll just get this eye. But I got lucky there and I managed to get it first try, so let's try the front door again. Whoa. Leaving her bedroom in the dream world will open up the nexus, this room here. It has 12 doors, and all 12 of these doors will lead you to a different unique area in Marutsuki's dreams. Like I said before, some of these areas are colourful, frightening, strange, but for now, let's go through this door. It's up to you if you want to interpret different areas in the dream world as being frightening or ethereal or however you want to take them. This area always bothered me for some reason. But anyway, this is the graffiti world. In this area, the tiles on the floor will make strange sounds when you step on them, and there's that thing floating in the background, but aside from that, there really isn't that much to do here. As we're just walking in the void at the moment, but if we go over here, following the patterns on the floor like I did, it's very easy to get lost. You'll find this bicycle here. And, well, it doesn't take a genius to work out that when we examine it, we get a bicycle. No shit. This is probably the closest the game has to an actual objective. There are 24 effects scattered around the dream world, and each of these will affect the way that Marutsuki interprets her own dreams and the way she's able to interact with her dreams. I went and got the bicycle first because it's easy to get, it's very close to the doorway as you saw, and it makes travelling around the dream world a hell of a lot faster, although it makes going over these tiles very annoying because of the constant beep 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 sounds. But really, collecting the effects is entirely optional. They just enhance the way that you can explore the dream world or let you access new areas. I'm going to be getting 3 in this video, the 3 that I consider the most important effects. But for now, we're going to be going up to this door, which takes us to the number world. And one of the reasons I always get the bicycle first is because it makes navigating this place much easier. Yeah, there are these numbers inscribed on the floor that don't have any real significance to them. You can draw any meaning you want. There is the odd effect in the background where it looks like we're floating above a replica of the room we're in. And there are these smiling zippers and faces on the walls, but for now, we want to be going over here, with this door covered in 1s and 0s. This takes us to the first sub-area of Yume Nikki. The initial 12 rooms always lead to the same places, but from there you can delve deeper into her dreams. And if you want to gain anything from this, line yourself up to the right of the door like I showed, and keep going upwards, and keep going upwards, until you find this lamppost, and then turn left, and you'll find this little guy. He's kind of cute, and interacting with him will get you the lamp effect, which lets you light up dark areas. And really, that's about all you can do here. There is a door hidden in here, but it doesn't lead to anywhere too significant, and there are easier ways to get there anyway. So, one thing that you will notice a lot in this game, and it's especially apparent in that particular world that we were just in, that was the Candle World. I'm not sure if I already said its name. I apologize if I did. Is that a lot of the areas in Yume Nikki scroll infinitely. So if you move too far to the left or right, then you'll appear at the opposite side. But the Number World isn't one of those. The Number World has walls. It's a very concrete area, but it's still easy to get lost in because it's so huge. Anyway, we're going back to the Nexus now, and the next thing we want to get is probably the most famous item from Yume Nikki. And to do that we have to go into the Dark World. True to its name, the Dark World is pitch black. So if you don't have the lamp effect, you can get absolutely nowhere in here. You can't even see the door. So now that we have the lamp effect, Madatsuki's head will transform into a lantern, and we can continue. And really, take the route I'm going if you want to pick up the item here, because there isn't any quicker way. So you want to follow that pattern, go down and right, reach this blob creature. It means you no harm, it won't hurt you at all. I don't think you can even interact with it currently. And just follow the route that I take. This is a very easy game to get lost in if you don't know what you're doing. But over here you'll find these two patterns on the floor that look like hands, and between them is the knife. And using the knife will allow us to interact with... Well, I say interact, it will allow us to kill the creatures in the dream world, and it will also let us open up some new areas, you know, cutting down obstacles. Really, you will never need to use the knife to defend yourself. It's always as a method of opening up something in the dream world or interacting with it in some way. Nothing in this game wants to actively hurt you. Like I said, this is a game about exploration. This is not a game about combat or fighting or anything else like that. Oh, and in regards to how the effects change Madatsuki, most of them will deform her in some way. Like we saw, using the lamp will, you know, remove her head and replace it with a lantern, and some of the other effects will do very strange things to her. But there's one last thing I want to show off before we end this first video, and let's go to the Number World again. I apologize if this first video has been a bit rushed, or if I haven't taken enough time to explain things, but, you know, this is a fairly slow-paced game. This is not an action game by any means, so I don't want this to drag on. I don't want it to be too tedious or too boring, but we'll see how this one goes. Anyway, if we find this door over here, we can delve deeper into the Number World, and there are more smiling zippers on the wall. But getting in here will lead us to the bedroom. Not too much we can do here at the moment, but over here we meet a Turinigan. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not entirely sure. But their name means bird people. As you can see, they have beaks at the front of their faces. And normally, they're completely harmless. But if you go up to them and you stab them, they turn purple, their eyes bug out, and they chase after you. If they catch you, they'll teleport you to an area where you can't escape. Like this. That's strange. Normally they take me to a different part when I get hit by that one. What's this? I've never seen this before. Okay then. Sure. Yeah, that's something I like about this game, is every time I play this game I end up finding something new. I've never seen this room before. Normally, you get teleported to a different room in the number world, but yeah, I can't escape, so pressing 9 lets you pinch your cheek and wake yourself up. But anyway, we have our 3 most essential effects now, so that'll do us for this first video. And this has been MarcBrightside, and this has been the first episode of Yume Nikki. I'll see you all again later, and take care. Hopefully the future parts will be a bit more interesting, but we just wanted to get the essential items out of the way first.